Hey, good morning. Hope everyone's having a good day. Well, I heard that the FDA has approved this jab, right? So I had to cover this. Comirnaty. Yeah, did you know it has a new name? Let's look into that and a whole lot more. I just noticed some numbers here in Finland and had to share. Yeah, not only can you add up some of the numbers and they equal something, but they had to show 101 and 23. I just had to laugh and share with you guys. But the numbers in the States, that's what they're equaling to right there. And if you add them up, they also equal to 12, which is like 6 and 6. But let's get right to it because many have been kind of like test dummies, in my opinion, or should I say guinea pigs. But I don't know. I'm not going to be one of those test subjects. I know you aren't either, and I'm hoping you aren't. But we need to look into further into these things. Research, as I always say, right? I think they have done their research too, because I don't think a lot of people are seeing still. Let's just look at a few things here. First of all, they did it on August 23rd. 23rd. Once again, yeah, that's a special number for them, 23, 32. But anyway, was approved. Comirnaty. That's its new name. Yeah. Prevention of this disease in individuals 16 years of age and older. Everywhere on the news, they were saying 12 and up. Interesting, though. So who's lying here? Hey, I'm not an expert, YouTube. I'm just going to share what I found. So please go look and find your own information. Anyone listening? So the first code, it was given BNT 162B2. But now it's got its new name, and that's Comirnaty. Interesting. And it's a disease in individuals 16 years of age and older. Yeah, prevention of that. But for anyone under that, emergency use authorization still only. Interesting. Oh, and by the way, koe, so that name they gave it, that means test in Finnish. I'm just saying. So, in my opinion, this is still a warning for this whole thing. I'm never going to take it. I don't know about you. Did this change your aspect and your view of getting this? I hope not, but we need to look further into this because honestly, there is a lot more to the story than I can even cover in one show. But I'm going to look first at the numbers. BNT 162B2. That's what it equaled right there. Just saying. But if you break it down, BNT, you could see it equals 36. And if you break it down letter for letter, it still equals to 31. So 13 and 31, interesting, right? Their favorite numbers have, just mind you, yeah, just saying. But Comirnaty, that's what it equals to if anyone's looking or interested. Or then the other way that they spelt it as well. They had it in both ways. So just sharing. But we know that Dr. Maurice Hilleman, this was on my first channel. I don't know if I've re-uploaded this one. I'll have to look. But he created also a jab very quickly, within 6 months, and that was in 57. That's right, 1957. He later became an advisor for the WHO, just for your information. So we can thank him and we can thank Trump with his Operation Warp Speed and just so much more. But let's just look at some of the things. Maybe there's risks still involved. Yes, potential long-term health outcomes, especially in anyone, oh, there it is, under 40. Okay, and that's just one look, right? But what about that delta? Well, they did start to ask that from Dr. Albert Bourla. But before we look into that, I just want you to know exactly who he is. He's a Greek citizen. He's the chairman of the CEO of Pfizer. He's a Sephardi Jew. He was also presented with a Science Foundation Award. Oh, yes, many awards. This is only one. But his wife still hasn't gotten the jab. I'm not sure if that's the ring, by the way. I zoomed in, but that's not the zoom in at all. Just FYI. But I'm just wondering if that is. But this one was quite interesting. Appeal of Science Foundation. Yeah, that was not a picture of him, but he did receive the award. Look at that. Oh, March 22nd. Interesting choice of days, right? They chose that day, 322. Interesting. Who has been there as well? Well, there's been Kissinger, Guterres, Mnuchin, who is a skull and bonesman, and many others. Many others. I found this site also interesting, the Galleon Foundation, another number 13. But look at who was there and who's going to be speaking there, actually. But please go do your own research. He will be a speaker there. And so is somebody from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Mr. Michael Rosenblatt. That's right. Oh, and look at that. Anthony Fauci will be there too. Oh, they just love giving awards to each other. And of course, Mr. Patrick J. Kennedy will be someone there. Oh, there's many names in there. Please look and pause and zoom in, because you'll see many names and companies that you should be very aware of. But anyway, there's a look at what the award might look like, or something that they're showing there at least. But companies that got many of these awards in there are Bayer, GSK, Merck, Pfizer, just to name a few. But let's now get into this, because I think this is what we really want to hear, if you haven't heard it already a million times. But let's just take a few clips.
But some of them were claiming that because the vaccine didn't have a full approval, that was the main reason for their reluctance. So finally, we have that. And that should be a good reason for them now to go and get vaccines. And as they are going to get their vaccines, I'm sure the other people will also see them and will get more comfortable.
A bit of a domino effect. I want to know, how soon will we see approval of the vaccine for kids under 12?
We are working very intensively on that right now, and this is a very, very large study. So for kids between 5 and 11, I expect that our studies will be completed in September. Between 5 and 11, I expect that our studies will be completed in September, by the end of the month. And based on the totality of the data, I predicted that we will need a booster dose at around 8 months. And then after that, likely will be an annual revaccination. For certain reasons that we can discuss, I came to this conclusion.
What about the reports of myocarditis? How are you going to continue to monitor this side effect?
We are monitoring because we have access to millions of data, and we are having very intensive surveillance system, pharmacovigilance system, so that brings to us all the data. As I said, so far, this is a very, very rare.
That if a new variant comes along, that the Pfizer vaccine could become ineffective. And if so, how are you planning for future variants?
Thank you, Kira. It's a very good question. And we have established, particularly through our partnership, research partnership with Israeli Minister of Health, a very good surveillance system. In Israel, they have used our vaccine, and they have 10 million people approximately, and they have electronic medical records. So they have a very accurate medical history for every citizen of Israel. A very good surveillance system, electronic medical records. So they have a very accurate medical history for every citizen of Israel. Right now, we feel very, very confident that a booster shot of the same vaccine will be very, very effective, actually more effective than a booster, the second dose of the vaccine against the Delta variant. And that we are monitoring not only with the study data that we have, but also we are doing real-world efficacy observations in Israel.
Talk about, first of all, what does this FDA approval actually mean for all of us right now?
Well, good morning, Kara. What this basically means is that with 6 months of safety data, now remember, emergency use authorization only requires a couple months, that the vaccine is still safe, is still effective, and now it just opens the door for more universities, businesses, corporations, even local and state governments to mandate the vaccine. Now it just opens the door for more universities, businesses, corporations, even local and state governments to mandate the vaccine.
So much is wrapped up in those two clips, and I'll add you the links, so please go listen to them for yourself to understand what is going on. But yes, you'll need one every 8 months or annually. And I'm sure you noticed them saying they have a very accurate medical history. Yeah, in that nation right there. And we know exactly that their nation is having still problems, right? And using the same jab for the Delta. And real world efficacy. Unbelievable. And it's all about what did he say? Surveillance. But please go listen. Please go listen for yourself. That was at the 7-minute mark or so. But I did find this one and I really need to share this, even though this is a little bit older. But listen, because we all know this.
The nation's top infectious disease expert, Anthony Fauci, said he expects the U.S. will have enough safety data to vaccinate children of any age by the end of 2021.
We will have enough information regarding safety and immunogenicity to be able to vaccinate children of any age.
Of any age by the end of 2021. Well, we've known all this. This is nothing new, but all I'm saying is the reason they were saying this on the news, now it made more sense because they want to mandate it. Yeah, we knew this. We knew this was coming. I mean, they've already started, companies and organizations, even New York has said that they require all teachers and more. I mean, it's going to happen now really quickly. Just be prepared. And I hope you're not the one who is going to be doing this right here, standing in line, because we understand what's coming. It's going to affect passports. It's going to affect travel and so much more. Even too many are deceived right now, not only in the church, but everywhere else. And all I can say is, Lord, give us the eyes that we can see all the deception that is going on all around us. And all we can do is just keep praying for everyone and all our friends and family all around us. Stay positive, stay encouraged, and stay close to the Lord. God bless you. Take care. More to come tomorrow. Till next time.